Hello and welcome back to AI Matters. AI Matters. I'm Graham. If you're listening to this, you're likely interested in a career in artificial intelligence. Maybe you're a student, maybe a software engineer looking to pivot, or maybe you just read the headlines and think that sounds like the future. And it is. But the version of AI you've read about in the news, the magic, the instant results, the sentient chatbots, that's just the tip of the iceberg. The rest of the iceberg, well, that's what I do. That's MLOps. I'm recording this on Friday, and at the end of a very long week, I've been in and out of meetings with clients and suppliers since last Friday, and I wanted to give you a transparent look into what making progress actually looks like in this industry. Spoiler alert, it wasn't just tweaking hyperparameters, it was negotiation, infrastructure debugging, and managing expectations. If you want to work in AI, this week is exactly what you need to be prepared for. So, let's rewind to where this sprint started last Friday. We kicked things off with a series of supplier meetings. In AI, you rarely build everything from scratch. You rely on cloud providers, data labeling services, and specialized hardware. We were dealing with a major compute bottleneck. We had 4 calls back to back just trying to secure the GPU instances we needed for a training run. By Monday, the focus shifted to the client. We presented our initial findings, and this is where the reality check happened. The client loved the prototype but flagged a major compliance issue with the data we were using. So Monday wasn't about coding, it was about policy and governance. For those of you looking to get into the field, here it is, lesson 1. The client doesn't care about your loss of function. They care about whether the system is legal, stable, and cost effective. So, midweek is usually where things break. This week was no exception. On Tuesday and Wednesday, we were deep in the trenches. We had 2 major streams of work happening. On the first, on the technical side, we hit a snag with our data pipeline. On Wednesday morning, we realised the new model version was drifting significantly. We spent hours on a call debugging the feature store integration. Second, the people side, I had to jump on a call to manage expectations with the client while we fixed the pipeline. The meeting on Wednesday was tough. We had to explain why the dashboard wasn't updating without getting bogged down in technical jargon. Being an MLOps engineer, if I can say it, is 50% engineering and 50% translation. So that brings us to the last 2 days, Thursday and on Thursday, which was the turning point. After the chaos on Wednesday, we finally got the supplier to patch their API and we stabilized the environment. So we had a breakthrough meeting on Thursday morning where we finally automated the deployment process that had been failing all week. That brings us to Friday. We just wrapped up our final sync. The system is live. It's not perfect, but it's stable, and the client is seeing data flow through for the first time. The model didn't necessarily get smarter this week, but the system got more robust. This is the heartbeat of the job. You're building a factory, not a product. So, career advice and takeaways. So, if you're looking to change careers into this space, my advice, based on this week, is to learn the ecosystem. Don't just learn PyTorch and TensorFlow. Learn Docker and Kubernetes. Understand how APIs break. Learn how to read a cloud billing report. When I was in those meetings on Wednesday and Thursday, nobody asked me about specific activation function in layer 4 of the neural network. They asked me, why is it slow? How much does it cost? What happens if the server goes down? So the meetings that we had were all full of pauses and ums and ahs and corrections, and that's just getting work done. There's a lot of that. If you want to join this field, we need people who aren't afraid of that kind of mess. We need engineers who can bridge the gap between suppliers providing the tools and the clients needing the results. So that's it for this week's AI Matters. AI Matters. Thanks for thanks for listening. Keep coding, keep building, and I'll catch you on the next one. Don't forget to like and subscribe and stuff because it helps spread the word, and people need information about this volatile field which is going to basically, I say next year 2026 this is all going to explode. In a career sense, this is going to explode. I'm expecting that, and that's actually what I'm planning for, so that's why I'm sharing all of this. So thanks again. Like and subscribe, share the words.